They look so golden and crispy and perfectly fried. You guys, it's so good. Hi everyone, in today's video we are gonna find out which boba shop has the best popcorn chicken. Ever since I was a kid, I loved eating popcorn chicken with my boba, and even though I've tried so many different popcorn chickens in my lifetime, I realized I never did like a side-by-side comparison with a lot of the big boba shops. So that's what we're gonna be doing today. Also, I'm always on the hunt for good popcorn chicken, so if you guys have any good popcorn chicken recommendations, please leave them in the comments. And if we get this video to 3,000 likes, we will do another video where we try your guys' popcorn chicken recommendations. So if you want to see that, give this video a thumbs up, and without further ado, let's head to the first stop. Alright, so we just stopped by T4 and I haven't had their popcorn chicken in like years. So here I got their basil popcorn chicken. From the looks of it, it doesn't really look like there's that much basil in there. I think I only see like 3 pieces. And I love when they load on that fried basil because it makes popcorn chicken so much better. It actually looks like there's quite a bit of pepper on here. Like this one piece has a lot of pepper, and the breading looks very light and crispy, kind of flaky, I guess. So let's go ahead and try it. The crunch on the outside is quite light. The inside is pretty juicy. I mean, I think it could be juicier, but it's definitely not dry or anything, which is good. I think they use chicken thigh, so that makes sense. The flavor, I feel like, is a bit bland actually. I guess I got some of that pepper, but other than that, there's not that much flavor to it. And the breading could definitely be crispier and crunchier because when you bite into popcorn chicken, you want that like nice crisp. I think if you eat the popcorn chicken with the fried basil, it definitely helps with the flavor, but if you don't, then it's quite bland actually. So I'd say T4's popcorn chicken is pretty like standard, a little bit like mediocre, I guess, because I feel like if I ordered this, I wouldn't complain, but I wouldn't be like, oh, this is like the best popcorn chicken I've ever had. It's kind of just like in the middle. Since this is the first stop, we're just gonna put it right at number 1, but I do suspect that the other places we're going today will have better popcorn chicken. So let's head to the second stop. Alright, so we just stopped by Tapioca Express, and I have a long history with Tapioca Express because there was one near where I grew up, and we used to always walk there after school to eat popcorn chicken, drink boba. It's definitely one of the first boba places that I was exposed to, and there was also one near my piano teacher's house, so if I did good in my piano lesson, my mom would take me there as a reward. Honestly, their popcorn chicken is pretty good from what I remember. I got the level 4 spicy, and you can definitely see the spicy powder, I think it's like chili powder that they added, and when you smell it, you can seriously smell that fried basil. It honestly takes me back to Taiwan because when you're like walking the streets of the night markets, this is what you smell. Oh, I miss Taiwan. Anyway, I can hardly wait any longer, so let's go ahead and try a piece. So hot, but so good. Definitely delivers on the spiciness. Like I can feel my mouth heating up. It also just has that classic Taiwanese popcorn chicken type of batter. Even just looking at it, you can tell that the batter looks really different from the T4 one. It has like those little bubbles kind of thing, if that makes sense. I think what makes those bubbles is like they add sweet potato starch to the batter or tapioca starch, and it really helps get that nice crunch. You guys, it's so good. The basil is so flavorful. The one from T4, it was kind of like all dried up, and it did add a little bit of flavor, but this one really packs a punch on the flavor. So if you have a piece of the basil with the popcorn chicken, this is a match made in heaven. I think even though it has a nostalgic factor to me, so I'm a little bit biased in that sense, I think these are really, really good. Like I would definitely recommend, and I think this is the only thing at Tapex that I would recommend because I don't really like their boba drinks, but the popcorn chicken is on point. I guess one thing I could knock them on is the juiciness. It's definitely juicy enough, but it could be juicier. But what it lacks in juiciness, it definitely makes up for in the crunchiness of the batter, the flavors, the fried basil. So I think you guys can tell I definitely rank this one above the T4 popcorn chicken. And I'm trying not to get too carried away with this popcorn chicken because we have lots more popcorn chicken to taste test today. So let's head to the third stop. Okay, so we just stopped by IT and the smell of this bag is literally filling the entire car with garlic smell. I know some people out there really don't like garlic, especially raw garlic, but I am a garlic girl through and through. I love garlic. The more garlic, the better. So I'm really excited to give you guys a taste test of this popcorn chicken. They look so golden and crispy and perfectly fried. You can also see that they have fried basil in there as well, and you can see the chunks of raw garlic in there. As you can see, the IT popcorn chicken actually has more of those like crispy bubbles than the Tapex popcorn chicken, which makes me really excited, because in the Tapex one there were a few pieces that didn't have much of the like bubbly crispy batter, so it wasn't as crunchy as I would have liked, but these all look like they have a lot of that coating, which I'm really excited about. So let's go ahead and give it a try. It's so crunchy. Look at that batter. You can definitely tell that the batter is thicker on this one than the other two, and that's why we get more of the crunchiness. I think the combination of it being more battered and also the chicken not being super juicy makes it a little bit on the dry side. The chicken, I feel like itself isn't so dry, but then the addition of all the batter makes it a little more dry, if that makes sense. It's still really good, don't get me wrong. Like, I should have added chili powder on it because I love to load on the chili powder, but I feel like when you eat it with the basil and the garlic, then it adds a lot of flavor. Looking at the chicken, I actually think it's chicken breast, so it would explain why it's not as juicy as the other two, because I'm pretty sure the other two places use chicken thigh. So I think I would rate this one under Tapioca Express but above T4. I'm starting to get pretty full of popcorn chicken, so we'll see how many places we can go to. So with that being said, let's head to the fourth stop. Alright, so we just stopped by Quickly, which is definitely not my favorite, but it is Bird's favorite. Okay. Although, from what I remember, the last time I had the popcorn chicken, it was pretty good. So I'm quite hopeful about that. It's just that I don't really like their drinks. I don't know if you guys can tell, but this bag is like really soggy and wet, like very flimsy. I feel like Quickly is one of those places that is nostalgic for a lot of people as well, because like Tapex, it was one of the only places that we had growing up. Now there's a really large variety of boba shops in the Bay Area, but back then, Quickly and Tapioca Express were like the only two that were around. I personally grew up going to Tapioca Express, but let me know if you guys went to Tapioca Express or Quickly in the comments. It definitely has that nice like crispy bubbly look to it, so that seems promising. The seasoning, it doesn't really look like there's much seasoning on there. I keep forgetting to put chili powder on my popcorn chicken, so I think that would definitely help, but let's go ahead and give this a try. It's actually not bad. Even without the chili powder, the chicken is pretty juicy. The crunchiness, I think maybe got a bit soggy, because it's definitely not as crunchy as some of the other places like IT or even Tapioca Express. Even though this looks crunchier, I feel like it maybe just got soggy or something. I'm like searching for the crunch. Flavor-wise, it is a bit bland for sure. That's not necessarily their fault though, because I should have added the chili powder. In terms of juiciness though, it's not like hella juicy, but this one might be the juiciest one that we had so far today. I don't know, I feel like it wasn't as good as the last time we had it, right?
Usually it's better, I would say.
I feel like the Quicklies in SF are pretty good, but then this Milpitas Quickly isn't that good. Yeah, so anyway, I think for the ranking, we're gonna put this one below T4, so technically in last place. Anyway, the popcorn chicken party is not over, so let's head to the fifth stop. Alright, so we just stopped by Tastea, and I usually just get boba drinks, but they do actually have like popcorn chicken and popcorn shrimp and fries. Their fries are pretty good from what I remember. I think I have tried their popcorn chicken before, and I remember it being pretty good, but it's been a long time. So we're gonna taste test today and see how it compares to the other popcorn chickens that we've tried so far. Oh my god, what the heck? It's so small, look at this.
What the?
I've gotten it before and it's usually not this small. It usually comes in that brown box that we've gotten at like IT, T4. Yeah. There's probably like 10 pieces of chicken in there. I'm like literally in shock. I don't know if you guys can tell on camera how small this is, but it's really small. They give you like 2 leaves of basil and they're like not even fried.
It's just like on top.
Yeah. From the looks of it, it looks okay. It doesn't really look like it has those crispy bubbles. I also got the level 4 spicy. So let's go ahead and give it a try. I mean, it's fine. It's not better than the Tapioca Express popcorn chicken. I would say that it has this kind of like nice light crispiness to it, the batter. And the flavor is pretty good. I wouldn't say it's bland. Like a lot of the other ones we had today were kind of bland, but this one I wouldn't say so. It has a little bit of a kick. Even though it's level 4 spicy, I don't actually think it's that spicy, but also keep in mind that my spice tolerance is decently high. The chicken is decently juicy as well. Let's try this basil. I mean, yeah, that's raw basil. I feel like it would taste better if they fried it. I mean, honestly, overall, I'd say not bad. Definitely knocking points off for not frying the basil and not giving that much of the basil, and also for the price. Like, I still can't believe this small thing was $8.50. If this was like $7 or $6, I would honestly be happy with it. It's just that compared to the other places we had popcorn chicken, some of those places had better popcorn chicken and they gave a lot more than this. So I just think the value at the other places is definitely better. I guess if we're basing it solely on the popcorn chicken taste, I think I would rate it like above T4, below IT. All right, so I think we have time for one more stop, although we are running low on stomach space, but let's head to the last stop. Alright, so we just stopped by Feng Cha and we of course got the popcorn chicken, and look at this presentation. Okay, like we got the checkerboard paper and also we have some fried basil, the popcorn chicken of course. I don't know, it just looks very nice when it's all together like this. I have been to Feng Cha literally countless times, like even on this channel I've been featuring them a lot, but I've actually never tried any of their savory items. They have like fries, popcorn chicken, so I'm really excited to give this a try. Also, I forgot to show you guys that we actually got a drink at Tastea. This is the booty shaker, which is one of our favorite things to get. But just a tip that if you do order this, definitely get light sweet, because even light sweet is like quite sweet. All right, so let's get to it. It does look pretty crispy, although it doesn't look quite the same kind of bubbly crispy texture that we've seen at the other places, but let's give it a try. Very interesting. It's like a powder, like a seasoning they put on it that tastes different. I feel like it tastes kind of like garlic parmesan-y.
Yeah, a little bit.
Which is a very strange flavor to have on popcorn chicken. I'm not saying it tastes bad, I just was not expecting it. So interesting. Besides the flavor, I do think it's quite crunchy, although it's not the same kind of crunchy as usual Taiwanese popcorn chicken. I feel like Taiwanese popcorn chicken is more light and crunchy, and this is a little bit more thicker. I think it's decently juicy. It's not dry. This juiciness is more comparable to like the T4 or Tapex kind of juiciness. I can't really get over that interesting garlic parmesan-y flavor. So I think where we're gonna put this in the ranking is above Quickly but below T4. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you found it helpful. Again, if you guys have any popcorn chicken recommendations, please leave them in the comments. And if we get this video to 3,000 likes, we will do a video where we try your recommendations. So yeah, if you guys like this video, make sure you hit the subscribe button and turn on the bell so you get notified when I upload. Give this video a thumbs up. And here's today's comment shout out. Thank you so much for your support. And if you want to be in the next video's comment shout out, make sure you comment something down below. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye! Okay, so we just stopped by Quickly, which is definitely not my favorite, but is Bird's favorite. Hello! Honey!
Huh?
Boy, oi, 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 oi.
You know what song that was?
Is it supposed to be a song I know?
Can you feel the love?
That was not.
No.